Okay, awesome. Hello, and thank you for joining me. So this is my second store review channel on my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, consider subscribing somewhere below this video. But we are going to go through, so in the first video, which I will link below as well, we went through 3 Shopify stores and I gave my tips and insights in terms of what I recommend for them to change on their store to have the most impact and increase their traffic and sales. So we're going to go through a few other videos, and this is going to be something that we're doing every Friday now. So make sure to check us out every Friday and consider subscribing if you want to be the first to be notified when we put out new videos like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera around to show my screen, and we're going to just hop right into it. So, okay, let me switch around. Okay, so we should be good. Okay, and I'm just going to go to this first store. And I do want to say real quick, so if you're interested in getting your store reviewed, we've already got a list of ones that we are going through and trying to get through about 2 or 3 a week. So if you're interested in getting your store reviewed, you can head over to our website, Curious Themes, and if you go all the way to the bottom, you can click on store reviews and fill out this information here and submit it to potentially have your store reviewed in an upcoming tutorial. So again, it's curiousthemes.com, and then scroll to the bottom and click on store reviews. Okay, so let's go back to this first site that we are looking at today, which is Mila Moda. And I'm going to go back to the first slide because I started talking and it went by fast. So right out the gate, this is a very pretty photo, and you can instantly kind of see luxury designer dresses designed and handcrafted in Europe. So let's go through these slides now. It's all about being remembered. Okay, so I definitely understand that it's children's dresses. I'm not sure if it's for weddings or for other kind of events, but it's very pretty photos. Shop now for all of these as well. So this one actually goes to the crowns. So it looks like all of these kind of go to their each individual one. So I really do like this. I think the photos are really captivating. And if you were shopping for dresses for your daughter, it would instantly speak to you. So I really do like that. They have a lot of different things here at the bottom. So they have star rewards. So this is with the Smile app, which I've done a few tutorials on, but this is definitely my favorite rewards app. So that's cool that they have that set up. They also have a Facebook Messenger and join our text VIP club. So a lot of different ways that they're wanting people to interact with them. So let's go ahead and scroll down the page. So we've got your dress your why, dress to impress. So these do look a lot like flower girl dresses for a wedding, but it looks like it could be for other special events as well. I like that all of the photos are still kind of like the homepage slideshow as well, where they're really nicely designed and it's not just a product on a white background, and they really kind of speak a lot more to people and they can instantly see what that is. So they've got their collection from 2020 video, which is really cool. Press features as seen in, which is nice. Collections. So again, we're kind of easily getting into where you may want to be shopping, which is great. First time here. So this is an email newsletter sign up. Behind the scenes, testimonials. So they've got a lot going on their homepage, and then Instagram as well. So there's a lot going on. Probably someone isn't going to scroll down all of this, but I would look at making this a little bit shorter. So I would say they don't really need to have the behind the scenes. The videos are really cool, but maybe put those on like an About Us page and not necessarily on your home page. So I would actually move this, let's see, the testimonials. I would move that probably up underneath the press features and have that just seen higher, and then go into collections first time here, and then finish off with the Instagram feed. They have a lot of great functionality and their photos are really nice on their site. but I would definitely just move around a few things, just a tiny bit, but overall, I think their homepage is great. Again, you need to keep in mind that a lot of people aren't going to scroll down your homepage as it is overall. And that's why I recommend, if you're doing paid advertising, to not send people to your homepage, but to actually send them to a collection page or a product page specifically for what you're advertising. Because on your homepage, they can really just kind of get lost, especially if it's a long homepage like this and there's a lot of information going on. So I'm going to go ahead and click Shop Now, and we can look at one of their collection pages. So we've got, oh, and I forgot to look at their navigation. Let me do that first. So we've got what's new, shop, made to order, join the Star Club, let's see, gift card and wish list, and then their account stuff. So that's really cool of doing the gift card and wish list, especially since they have a little bit more expensive products, to have that so that they can save it. They're featuring the rewards club again here, which is great. I'd love to check that out. We've got made to order, shop. So this would be things that they can go ahead and purchase now, I'm guessing, and then made to order, and then what's new as well. So I really like how they have this divided out on their site. So on their collection page, this is a lot of information on their collection page. I don't know if someone's necessarily going to read all of this, but it will pull in for the search engines. If anything, it says, okay, so what does made to order mean? So if this is one of the made to order dresses, so jewelry box, okay, so I would keep the made to order on the ones that are made to order for them so that they can find out exactly, you know, how this process is different from others. So I would include that there, but let's see if they have it. Let's go to Girl Meets Glam. So I'm guessing this is one of their just regular dress categories. Okay, are in stock, elegant. Okay, so they are kind of explaining the differences between them, the two of them. So again, they've got really great photos that they are showing on their site, and looks like their Instagram is at the bottom of every page. So I'm really liking how this is set up so far. Let's go into one of their product pages and we can see as well. Okay, so a really nice high quality photo. We've got a size guide that pops up. Okay, so this looks like it's only for a specific size. Otherwise, there'd probably be a little bit more drop downs there. So yeah, we just have this one size available. Quantity, add to cart, buy with PayPal. They have some additional payment options. Actually, looks like, yeah, it was taking us right to checkout. So let's head back. So that's good, but we're not wanting to go to checkout. I like the add to wish list. This is great about the fact that it's in stock and ships within 2 to 5 days. It's really awesome that they have that in. And their details are great. I love that they have care as well in there, because I'm guessing someone's gonna, if they purchase this, they wanna know exactly how to take care of the dress as well. And then they have more photos that you can see below. So I think their product pages are set up really nicely. I was about to say the one thing I recommend is reviews and getting that set up, but they have it here. They don't have any reviews set up currently though, so, and they have a you may also like. So what I do recommend is this doesn't seem to, the reviews doesn't seem to be fitting in correctly, so I would actually move the reviews underneath here, especially since the page is already getting long because they have so many product photos. I would move the reviews in here just to kind of fill out this white space before scrolling down, and also it just doesn't seem to be fitting correctly. But I like the you may also like as well. And you know, honestly, since they don't have very many reviews, at least for this product, they did have those press mentions and testimonials on the homepage. They may want to add in some of that kind of as seen on, so maybe do as seen on here with the different press logos, and then go into the reviews after that. So that way, even if the product doesn't have reviews yet, it can actually kind of still help and give that social proof because they have those as seen on logos. So let's check out their Join the Star Club and see what they have here. So this is their rewards program, and awesome. So they have it all kind of explained out, how you can get the different rewards. This is really great. I'm on a very big screen, so this comes off looking a little bit big in terms of the text for me. It looks like this is a graphic, but I'm guessing on smaller screens that it would just size down. And yeah, so I think if you were looking to make this purchase, this would be a great additional information for you to have. Let's go to their About Us page as well. Okay, so About Us page, I would definitely add in, so it's, hi, my name is Daniela. I would add a picture of Daniela as well. Just to kind of connect more, I would add in the press mentions and also the tutorials here. And maybe even if you're actually saying like you are the owner, having your favorite products that you can feature. And that's kind of just another way to kind of either feature bestsellers or your favorite products on the About page as well. But it looks like they do have a good bit of information here. They talk about missions. You may want to call out some of these a little bit more, but it looks like they already have a lot of that filled out already. I want to look at the size chart. Okay, so good. It does look, I wanted to just make sure from the product page, it just had that one table area. I wanted to make sure that they had more sizes explained, and it does look like they have that in their size chart here, which is great as well. So honestly, there isn't a ton that I would review about this site, or a ton that I would change. I think a lot of it's set up really nicely, maybe just adding a little bit more social proof into the product pages and just changing out some of the layout there. But overall, I would say this site is set up really nicely. So if for this site owner, if they're not getting the overall kind of sales and orders that they're expecting, then I would think about more of, I think the site is set up really nicely for it. So I would think more than in terms of the traffic that you're sending to the site. Just because you're sending maybe a higher quantity of traffic, you want to make sure that it's the right traffic and it's your ideal customer. So if I was this site owner, I would start actually looking at the site traffic that you're sending and make sure that it's good quality traffic, that they're your ideal customers, and even experimenting with different paid advertising. This site especially has a ton of great product photography that they can use for ads that's really going to pop. And I think especially since a lot of the holidays and special events and weddings and things like that are in the fall, where they would probably be looking for more dresses like this, I would start definitely doing some just introductory advertising that you could do with some of your product photos as well. But make sure, again, that you're really targeting the right people that you're looking for, and that your site's going to work well for them. You just got to make sure that you're sending that right traffic. So let's move on to the next site. So we have Black Lion Weaving. Oh, I think this went to, I guess they have forwarding set up. Let me just check on that. Yep, okay, so they just have forwarding set up, so I guess they have changed the name. So Savage X Lacrosse, always factory direct. Okay, so this is their homepage. This is a lot of information on the homepage. And just as a snapshot, I do not know what they do at this point. So let's scroll down and see. Okay, so it's something with lacrosse. There's handles, it looks like, and some string and mesh. Okay, so what I would recommend, I'm guessing that they're hopefully sending the traffic, like I was just saying, that they want to their site, so they would instantly understand what it is. I have never played lacrosse or watched lacrosse, so I am very not familiar with it. So I would look at taking this huge block of text and figuring out how to break it out a little bit more, so you can call out specifically for lacrosse players and say, this is the best handle, this is the best mesh, what their quality difference is. If any professional players that are playing lacrosse use their equipment, and just featuring that a little bit more. I would say 9 times out of 10, someone is not going to hit your homepage and read this. So you want to make sure that you're giving the best information as quick as possible. I had said in the last store review video that you have around 7 seconds to actually get someone's attention and keep shopping on your site, which is not a lot of time. So that's why I'm saying they're going to look at this huge block of text, scroll down and go, I don't know what this is, and move on. So I would look at calling out some of their features here and highlighting it in a different way other than just the text on the site. So we now have the menu up here. So it's the supply chain of La Crosse. They've got different products, so they have their category here, and bulk, complete kits, accessories. Okay, so let's go to, oh, it looks like we've got a problem here with the drop-down menu. So whenever I'm hovering over mesh and string, I can't get to the, I have to move very fast. So I would definitely get them to look at their store about how to change that, because you do have to move kind of fast to get to the drop-down menu. So I'm going to click on mesh. So this is their product here. Looks really cool. I would definitely have some photos of it maybe being done on the actual like La Crosse stick, and maybe even having someone assemble it, or a video of someone assembling it on, so people can instantly see what that is. But you do have, let's see, a description, product type. So there's a lot of different information here. Again, it's kind of hard because I don't know this industry, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like we've got the same description here as well as here. So I would feature on just having the description maybe up here, or actually let's do the, maybe say the description down here, and then up here have some of your call outs of special things about your product. So like this waterproof, flakeless, and non-waxy. Having a couple other things like this lightweight yet durable, call outs here, and then have the full paragraph description underneath that, just so that, again, if someone hits just this page, they can instantly get what your product is without having to read a huge paragraph of text. But they have related products as well, which is great, and always something you want to highlight. So let's go to one of the, so this is a product page. So let's go to one of the collection pages. So I'm going to hit complete kits. Okay, so this is their collection page. I would definitely say to add in a little bit of text that explains, you know, the benefit of buying a complete kit versus piecemealing it out. Let's see if there's anything else on additional pages. So this is just a one product. Let's check out bulk. So bulk and team sales. So I would add a collection description in just to highlight that even more, of what benefits each collection of products have. So let's go ahead and go to the about page now. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Okay, so we've got the same banner images from the home page, more text, and a photo of the process. Their first sentence says, our mission is to revolutionize La Crosse by manufacturing the highest quality products in the world and bringing them in at real wholesale prices. So I would actually, on this home about page, maybe show a little bit more of the process of what makes their products so unique, why, you know, they're the best. It said before that they were lightweight yet durable, and just highlighting more of their process and why they're different from their competitors as well, and benefits that you have on buying online with them versus buying at like a sporting goods store as well. So I would add a bit more information here, and again, just break up some of this text. So maybe kind of have a headline, and then like one or two sentences describing it, headline of, you know, lightweight yet durable, and then one or two sentences describing the product, how it is helpful in playing, things like that. Because a lot of times people are not going to sit here and read this full block of text, and it can kind of seem a little overwhelming whenever you first hit the site, especially if you're looking at this on your phone. It's going to be a really long scroll, so where they're just kind of scrolling up and down a lot. So I would definitely recommend looking at editing this and just breaking up this text. So I want to also look at their insights page. So the supply chain of La Crosse. Okay, so this is a blog post that's highlighting how they're able to give you direct wholesale prices. I like their graphs here, but maybe even again highlighting. So I think this site could benefit a lot from subheadings. So they have their heading here of insights how lacrosse brands source manufacturing materials, but doing a subheading and then again a couple sentences, subheading, couple sentences. That way it's a lot more easy to quickly scroll through and kind of just easily scan the site, and then they can decide what information they want to read. Because otherwise someone's going to see this, and although it can be incredibly useful information, they probably, unless they have a lot of time or they're very interested in it, they probably aren't going to sit here and read all of this out the gate. So I would say overall for this site, they need to work on their drop-down menus working correctly, because it's some kind of a delay effect happening, as well as really breaking up their text a lot more. So remember, whenever you're designing your site, that you only have 7 seconds. So that's a lot, or not a lot of time for people to understand who you are, what makes you different, and why they should purchase from you. So having sub-headlines, like I was saying, is a great way to give the information that's needed without it taking up a lot of space on your site and without just overwhelming them with big blocks of copy throughout. So let's go in and do one more store review. Okay, we have Sassy Chic. Okay, so, and we got a pop-up. So right out the gate, I can see that things just aren't sized correctly. So you can see here in this pop-up, this is kind of going over the photo. So I would definitely work on editing just the sizing of that, either making the photo smaller or giving more room for this area over here as well. We cross out of this, so we have this shop now, pay later, interest free that's getting cut off. And also I really wouldn't recommend putting this so high up on your site. While it's great to explain this, I would definitely have that a lot lower down on the page, because it's just not information that needs to be above the fold. Again, I'm on a bigger site, but if it was a smaller site, they may actually just see this top area, this cutoff stuff, and a little bit of this photo. So it would be a really not good first look for people on smaller devices. So I would get this and move this further down the page. So then we have a slideshow here, or just a photo. I can tell that this photo is not sized correctly though, because we've got extra here, and I'm guessing they cropped this photo, which is why we're missing like a head and the rest of the body. So I would say actually once you move this further down the page, to have the bigger version that shows a face with this. If you're allowed to, based on your model contract and whatnot, and get rid of this extra blurred out space that I think was just to make the photo full width, because it's not really doing anything to benefit, and it's just kind of taking up a lot of space. So I would definitely edit that. Let's see, as we scroll down the site, I would say you don't need this website, that's your website URL, you don't need that in the photo description. Okay, so here's the full photo. So I would definitely, again, remove these sides so that it sizes up correctly, and then show her face with her earrings, especially, just so that you're highlighting it here. Also, if you're going to feature the photo here, I would not feature the photo here as well, and I would make it different. But I like how these photos, these three are, you can actually see the model's faces, you can see the product, but it doesn't have the domain name. I just don't think you need that. And it's, again, we're getting kind of sizing issues. So I would make them all to be where they're the same size. So you can see here, it comes in more. So that way they would all just kind of be aligning as a block of 6. And then as we scroll down, so 5 go-to summer accessories. So it's a blog post. I love that they have a blog post that they're featuring on this, and this would be great to feature in social media, as well as turn into a lead magnet that you're giving to your email list. However, it is now October, so I would definitely make sure to change that up and say, go to 5 fall accessories, and you want to make sure that it's staying true on your site. So I'm guessing the domain, they have that there in case it's pinned on Pinterest, which is fine, but I, again, wouldn't do that on this main feature. On the blog post itself, you might want to add the domain name to that image. So if it is pinned on Pinterest, you can get that feature there, but most likely someone's not going to pin it from the homepage. So I would just take that opportunity to crop into this a little bit more and remove that domain. Okay, and then we have some products that they have as well. So these look really nice, of all kind of the same style of on a white background. So I think that looks really nice. Testimonials, I think that's good to do. So this Afterpay, so they do have this later on in their site as well. So it looks like it is just not sized correctly still though. So what I would recommend is just have one version of this Afterpay to let people know that they can have multiple payments of something. Keep it at the bottom of the site like they have now. But if they're going to use this one, you see how kind of fuzzy the text is? It means that it's a lot smaller of an image and they're just sizing it up to be bigger. So make sure that you're using, either you're redesigned it to where it can be bigger, or that you're making it small enough so you can still read everything and it's not so pixely for the text. So I think just a lot of sizing things that they need to do here. So we have reviews tab on the side. So that's great, as well as it looks like they're also using the Smile Rewards app, which is nice. And then we've got a chat on the site as well, which is great. So a couple different ways for them to interact with you. So let's go to one of the products. So let's go to scarves. Okay, so we can see here the prints of all of the scarves. So this collection page, we've got a collection image, but so in this example, I don't think that it's really serving them. It's just pushing their information further down the page. Plus this is scarves, but I really can only see her arms and her lips. And you can't even see the scarf that she's adjusting on her head. So I would have it to not show your collection image on this page, just because I think it's wasted space and you're seeing your products a lot lower. So I can see here the different patterns, which is really cool, of the products. So that one's a little bit different, but let's click into one of these patterns. So that's a really cool, intricate design. I like that it's big enough to where I can zoom a tiny bit into it. Maybe it'd be nice to zoom a little bit more. And then they have a model wearing it, or this is, don't think this is actually the same one. It may be though, I'm having a hard time telling. But I would definitely have a picture of the model wearing it. Let's go back and check out one of their other ones. Okay, so this one's just the product image itself. So I would have not only just a highlight of the product, but someone actually wearing it so you can see how it looks. For example, on the other one, if this is the model wearing it, so this is a super cool, intricate pattern, but because of how it's folded, you can't really tell what it is. So I would definitely look at having some stylized photos of people wearing the product, but make sure that they can tell what the product is and how they're able to wear it. Looks like we've got some sizing issues here with quantity to the left and the add to cart button here. So I would actually move the add to cart button below the quantity in case they want to purchase multiple ones. And then we have the product information. So, okay, we have reviews here. So I would also say it looks like reviews are not set up correctly and it's full width. So I would move the reviews underneath these share icons and have it aligning here. There's really no reason to have it full width on your site. That's just taking up a lot of space, especially if the review is really short and only a couple sentences or just a couple words long. It's really going to look very small whenever you have it full width like that. So I would put it underneath this share, tweet, and pin it. And then I would also add related products under here to highlight other scarves. So that way, let's say they come directly to this product page, then they can see, you know, other scarves that they have in case this isn't a pattern that they necessarily like. They can go ahead and see all of the different products there as well. So let's go in now and let's check out their about page. Okay, so they have just some kind of text about products that they have. I would include an image, why they're selling these products, highlight a lot more of that. And if it's done by a specific owner, maybe have that owner, a picture of them, as well as their favorite products listed on the site. So their favorite scarves, earrings, handbags, so that it's all featured right there and people can instantly, it's kind of another way to highlight your best sellers on your site. Let's also look at FAQs. So this is just general FAQs about the store. I would also say about, why your products are different, what makes you different. Looks like they have shipping information under their FAQs, but they also have a shipping page and a refund page. So I would look at, what information do you need that's shipping page information just on the shipping page? What about this information can you just include on the return policy page? And the rest of the FAQs be about your products, how you source your materials, what makes you different, how you choose your colors, things like that. That is more of a frequently asked question. So let's go to the blog and let's check that out. Okay, so they have a couple blog posts. I would recommend adding in a sidebar to their blog that has a search bar as well as their newsletter sign up that they could do and their social media links and even maybe their top or most popular blog posts that they could link to as well, just to highlight it because there's just a lot of empty space going on. I would also not show your tags. As you can see here, people are not going to probably click on these. Orange is a weird tag to have. Pinterest shop is a weird tag. So I would say just get rid of all of these tags and maybe include a little bit more text overall. But it looks like they did one they're doing kind of top 5s for spring, for summer, which is great. Valentine's gifts. So I'm guessing that they're using this a lot for Pinterest, which is great. And it makes sense then to have the domain. So I definitely like how they're doing this. I would just add a little bit more information on this page, maybe even feature, their Pinterest profile there as well as their Instagram and just highlight it a little bit more. So this site really just has some sizing issues going on that they need to fix to get it to work correctly, and just think overall of how people are going to be navigating through your site. Like I was saying, for the collection image, if we go back to scarves, this doesn't really provide a lot of value and it just kind of takes up space. So I would go through your site if you're watching this as well and figure out, what is providing value to customers that are going through your site and what is kind of just taking up space, and could you include that somewhere else on your site as well. Okay, so that is going to be our 3 store reviews for this week. So remember again, if you'd like to have your store potentially reviewed by us in an upcoming YouTube video, to head over to our site, curiousthemes.com, and go ahead and you can submit your information there. It'll come to us and we'll add you to our spreadsheet to potentially review in a next video. But I would love to hear what information you found valuable from this, so make sure to comment below and let us know what information you found was the most helpful for you. Are you doing any of these things on your site that you're wanting to change now? And we would love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and hit that subscription button below so that you can be the first to be notified when we put out new videos all about Shopify and how to grow your online store. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.